need somebody to hold me. Some done woke up in me. I've been going crazy.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
They did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Cooper will look to throw it. Open man right side is St. Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Deputy Ranger, Deputy Ranger. Dragon 60. Set, triple, set.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. They still won the ball game. And
he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Bulldozes past him. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
My dad used to tell me all the time when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now Cooper looks to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Here's Cooper. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
The Lions at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Gano for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. But he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson.
And able to find Alan Lazard. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That was well defended right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
First down, Raven.
Here's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Second down at 4.
Shot 50.
Looking to throw. Cooper buying time to his left. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down to the 40.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. No surprise this offense will be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps our defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
On second down, Swift.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Buffalo 18.
Here's Swift.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
19, Tiger, 19.
Back to throw. Cooper.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
60 ball catch, 60 ball catch.
Here's Cooper from the gun on third down, eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very solid gain of 27.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Back to throw is Cooper on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cooper.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try and escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This one from 46 yards out. Gano's kick is good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that's incomplete.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards yards, the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw. Cooper. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
147 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
19, 18, cut 19, cut 19.
On 2nd down and 4. Cooper. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Lions are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Franklin. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now it's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
Lions 31, Ravens 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 7, Cooper.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Back to throw. Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Let's go now.
From the gun, here's Swift.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This to make it a 3-score game late. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
That's complete, left side to Bateman.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you try not...
He's got it with the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 56 yards. What?
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4's hitting